my honorable teacher, my dear different presidents and vice presidents and other executive members of English Language Club, and most importantly, today's participants. Okay, Assalamu alaikum and very good morning to everyone. So, if I ask you, how is the weather today? Second question. So, in this winter morning, why are you here? To learn English, to improve your English. How you can improve your English? To be introduced with the family of English Language Club. Any other comments from you? For improving your communication skills. Well done. Okay, so you have very good points. Very good points to join here. But let me tell you the first thing. If you ask these questions, that why am I here, why I need English, if you ask these questions to Mr. Google, okay, they can give you hundred or thousands types of answers. Okay, so next question, even after having the access of Google, okay, you are here. So have you asked this question to Mr. Google? You have not asked. Okay, so you are here because I'm going to start my this session, with the idea of taking help from internet or Mr. Google. I'll also conclude my session with the same thing. But in between this, one thing that is very important, that is, obviously we need human connection, human attachment. Okay, so technology can help us, sure, okay, but if you don't attach yourself with other human beings like this kind of club activities, then that will be incomplete. So just take this thing in mind, that there are many things around the world that can help me to reach my goal, but obviously we need, first of all, we need human connection. Okay, so many of your classmates or your brothers and seniors, brothers and sisters, so now they are, maybe they are in the halls or messes, okay, they are enjoying their winter morning, but you are here, so there are some purposes. Okay, now I am here to say something on that particular purpose. At the same time, how we can invest, how we can use that utility or that uh, thing for developing our communication skill. Okay, so already our guest told you to raise your hands. How many of you are from CSE department? Okay, so from that side, I have got some idea. And now, how many of you know me in the classroom? Can you please raise your hand? So is it less than 40%? Almost 30 to 40%. Okay, so you have got me in the classes. Okay, so I will continue not more than 30 minutes. Okay, hopefully, and this 30 minutes discussion will be helpful for both groups. That means the students who have got me in the classes, again the students who have not got me this semester in the classrooms. Okay, so I will share some of my knowledge, some of my ideas with you, and I believe this will help you. Okay, for both the groups, it will help you a lot. So please pay attention. Already, the anchor or coordinator, he has already told you that after this discussion, okay, I will have some questions to you. I'll ask you some questions. Okay, and based on your answer, first, second, third, three students will receive the prizes. So this is one kind of motivation. Okay, so that means already you have listened to a number of speeches from vice president to our sir, honorable sir. So I've already prepared the questions. The questions is here. Okay, now if you pay more attention, then sometimes I will ask the same questions. Okay, so please pay attention and listen to me very carefully. Okay, so let me divide this session as though it is written keynote speaker, but that is different, totally different. Okay, uh, I'll not say something as a keynote speaker. Again, I'll not say something as a trainer or workshop person. It might look some kind of classes. Okay, so I'll ask you some questions and we'll try to find out the answers together, and I will share my knowledge based on the research. Okay, so first of all, let me divide my session into three parts. Number one, already you got the idea that spoken and written English. Okay, so we'll try to find out the problems, the barriers that we face while speaking or while writing. Okay, so this is our first part of the session. Then we'll try to share how we can overcome those problems or barriers from our level. Okay, our level means, remember, I'm here to share my knowledge to my very fresher students here. Okay, because there are many experts here. Okay, those who are sitting here. Okay, you know that they have shown their expertise in speaking and written English. So we'll discuss some issues which are related to the freshers only. Third, how we can take the help of technology, or how we can take the help of this club. Okay, so we'll share some light on that. So in this way, I have divided my sessions into three divisions. Okay, so first of all, if you think about any language, generally four divisions of skills come in our mind: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Okay, so we can divide it into two segments. Number one, receptive skills, that means that we receive, that we intake, receptive skills. And number two, productive skills, that we produce. So already have understood, speaking and writing, these are two productive skills. Is it clear now? Yes. Because while we speak, we produce something, or while we write, we again produce something. So these are two productive skills. Then what are the receptive skills? Listening and reading. So these are two receptive or intake. That means if you listen a lot, that means you are taking something inside your brain, then you can produce speaking. Similarly, if you read a lot, okay, if you read a lot, that means you are receiving something. And then what will be the output? Your writing skill. Okay, so when the club coordinator and Sabir talked to me, then I thought that okay, let's talk about two productive skills. Automatically receptive skills will come. Okay, so let's talk about two productive skills: speaking and writing. Now, if we tell about speaking skill, I have 3 points here. These are the problems that we face, okay, while speaking. I have 3 points here. At the same time, there are 2 points that will be remain blank, and you will help me, okay, to find out those two problems. So first problem is that obviously already you are familiar with this. For the last 3 weeks your class started 3 or 4 weeks, okay. So the first important barrier or problem of speaking is nervousness or inertia. Already your senior brothers have told that. Nervousness or inertia, okay. So you want to say something, you want to produce, you want to speak, but something inside you holds you, okay, stops you. So it is nervousness. So I have considered it's not only me, okay. So I have taken this information from a number of research papers, and they have found that for the freshers especially, nervousness is the first point. Okay, it stops students to speak in front of some audience. Okay. So after this, I have written here the second point, that is lack of practice for speaking. Lack of practice. Okay, so just think about that from your class 1 to class 10, and after that in the diploma institutions you had this subject in your different classes: English course, English subject. But unfortunately in the curriculum it was, but we had not got enough chances to speak. Okay, only two or three phrases. Number one, good morning, this kind of phrase, and in most cases, sorry. Okay, when we feel apologize, we say this word, sorry. Okay, so only these a few words. Okay, so I'm telling from the research that a limited number of phrases we have used for speaking purpose in our last 20 or more than 20 years. So we did not get enough scopes for speaking practice. But you are happy to be here at DUET, and you know that every semester, okay, you have your presentations, okay, and fortunately at DUET you have your board vivas, okay, interviews, board vivas. That means you have to speak English, okay. So this is a good chance for all of you, okay. So what is the second point then? Lack of speaking. Okay, then comes the third one. Okay, so research tells that third one is judgment, self judgment. I'm talking about the freshers. Okay, so when you just tell one or two sentences, you immediately start thinking that was it right or was it wrong. Okay, so what I'm telling, is it right or wrong? If you have this kind of thinking while speaking, then remember this is one of the most important barriers for speaking. Okay, so you have to forget that. I know questions will come, because if you stand in front of audience and if you say a single word, sometimes you are trying to tell something but you could not. Okay, so research tell me that regarding pronunciation And regarding grammar, these two items, okay, these two items stops students to speak. Okay, so these are the three problems that we have got from different kind of research papers. So can anyone please repeat what are the 3 points that I have told? Nervousness, lack of practice, and judgment of what? Okay, so judgment of what? Judgment of mistakes, grammatical mistakes or pronunciation mistakes. Regarding this, our sir has already given us some idea that regarding pronunciation, remember accent is a part of pronunciation. Pronunciation is an umbrella term. Okay, so if you can speak in British or in American accent, then okay, fine, this is the best one. But if you can't speak in those accents, if you can speak in Bangladeshi or Indian or even very local accent, then it's okay. Okay, so many of the speakers have told that English, this is a tool. Okay, if you can speak English, if you can write English, that means you are a knowledgeable person. That is not like that. Okay, it's a tool. You can use this to express your knowledge. So knowledge is something beyond only speaking or writing. Okay, so if you can communicate, if you can express yourself fluently or effectively through writing or speaking, then it is perfect, our job is done. Okay, আমাদেরকে যে একদম তাদের মতো করে ইংলিশেই কথা বলতে হবে, ইটস নট নেসেসারি নাও। এটা আগেও ছিল না, এখনো ইটস নট নেসেসারি লাইক দিস। ওকে, বাট আপনি যদি সেলফ স্যাটিসফ্যাকশন খুঁজতে চান যে আমি তাদের মতো করে বলবো, ইটস আপ টু ইউ, ইউ ক্যান ডু ইট। অ্যান্ড ফ্র্যাঙ্কলি স্পিকিং, those who can speak in that way, so they get some priority in our society. বুঝতে পেরেছেন? তারা সমাজে বা ক্লাসে বা বিভিন্ন প্রতিষ্ঠানে একটু এক্সট্রা প্রায়োরিটি পায়। ওকে, now we are moving to the next part, that is writing. Again, I have selected 3 important points which are the barriers or problems for writing. Okay, so before sharing my points, I would like to know from you, which point do you think is the most problematic point while writing? Okay, very good. So you have shared your points, and let me share my points. Let's cross check. Okay, so first of all, research tell that is the structure of English sentences. Okay, so our mother tongue is Bengali or Bangla language, fine, and we want to produce something in English. Okay, so the first barrier is structure of English. Unfortunately, this is very easy to learn English structure, but unfortunately we did not learn it from our school and college level. Okay, that's why at this stage we feel that this is a problem. Okay, so if you are familiar with English sentence structure, then you can easily write anything, you can easily produce anything that comes in your mind. And remember, this is not same or similar. Okay, that means Bangla language structure and English language structure sentence wise it's not same. Okay, so as it is not a class, so I cannot give you overall idea about English structure or sentences. Hopefully in the English language club sessions they will teach you, or I will also be present, we other teachers will also be present in the some sessions, and will tell you how the structures are different, and if you want to produce something, how you can write English sentences. Okay. Number two, it is common to all of you, that is the lack of vocabulary. While writing, okay, we face this problem, lack of vocabulary. Okay. So regarding this, even many students, they come to us and ask these questions are, how can we at this stage of life, how can we enhance and increase our stock of vocabulary. Okay. And as you know, there is no easy way to learn vocabulary. Okay. So my suggestion is that if it is possible, then try to remember some words every day, number one, and number two, try to use that word while speaking or listening. So only memorizing will not be enough, because if you start memorizing from one, the next day you will start forgetting that. Okay. So if you use that word, then it is effective. Okay. So in that case, you can every day you can write something. Take some, suppose 5 minutes or 10 minutes, write half a page or one page every day. Okay. And suppose you have learned a new word today, it may be taken from your textbook or in your real life facts, then just try to use that word in your writing. Okay. The third one, the third problem of writing is reading, lack of reading, or I can say lack of extensive reading. Okay. So let me give you some idea about two types of reading: intensive and extensive reading. Okay. So you may think that every day I read something from my textbook. So you are from different departments, you have textbooks, and every day you are reading something from your textbook. Remember, textbook reading is intensive reading. That means you are aware of what you are reading, you are taking each and every information seriously. Okay. And sometimes you are reading same sentence twice, thrice, four times, fifth times in this way. That is called extensive, sorry, intensive reading. Okay. But research tells that you have to read extensively, okay, to learn writing skill. Suppose if you want to read a novel of 100 to 400 or 500 pages, okay, then do you read every sentence seriously? Okay. For first few pages, we don't get any idea that what will be the climax, who is the hero, who is the heroine. Okay. Even sometimes we cannot remember the name of the heroes or heroines. Okay. But ultimately, after reading some pages, we get some idea. And while we finish reading the whole novel, then we get some sort of, number one, knowledge, number two, that is called pleasure. Okay. So extensive reading is for two purposes: reading for knowledge and reading for pleasure. Okay. But unfortunately now we have shifted our attention from textbook or this kind of novels to Facebook. Okay. So now we start reading this book, Facebook. So what we do, we scroll down. Okay. Scrolling. So this is one kind of extensive reading. Okay. But does it help us? No. Obviously helps. Okay. Why no? Okay. Help us positively and negatively. So if you read something for the purpose of writing skill, then that helps us positively, and it depends on your surroundings, your friends. Okay. So if your friends always give status in English. Okay, then if you read that, obviously it will help you. Okay, but we know the scenario. Okay, so I have shared 3 barriers or problems of writing skills. Number 1, sentence structure. Number 2, lack of vocabulary. And number 3, lack of extensive reading. Okay, so this is for freshers especially. Okay, so try to remember this thing. Now let's find out how we can solve all these issues, all these problems together. Okay, now I have also 3 points here. Number 1, you have to show your interest and investment. Okay, interest and investment. So interest of what? Interest is positive or negative word? Positive word. In mathematics? Yes, what is the Bangla of interest? মুনাফা, সুদ না? নাকি সুদের নাম আনা যাবে না মুখে? কেমন একটা হিপোক্রিসি কাজ করে আমাদের ভিতরে, তাই না? ক্লাস 5 থেকে সম্ভবত সুদের অঙ্ক আমরা করা শুরু করি। So, did you ask your math teacher this question, স্যার সুদ তো টোটালি হারাম, এর সাথে জড়িত সবাই হারাম, আপনি যে আমাকে সুদ নিয়ে পড়াচ্ছেন, আপনি একটা হারাম কাজ করছেন? Did you ask this question? Okay. তো ইংলিশ এই ওয়ার্ডটাকে চেঞ্জ করে ফেলেছে। ওকে, ইন্টারেস্ট নাম দিয়েছে। ইন্টারেস্ট ইজ এ পজিটিভ ওয়ার্ড, তাই না? মনে হয় যে পজিটিভ। আমি ইন্টারেস্ট ওয়ার্ডটা কেন বললাম? যে ইউ হ্যাভ টু শো ইউর ইন্টারেস্ট। দেয়ার আর 2 কাইন্ডস অফ ইন্টারেস্ট। ওকে, ইন্টারেস্ট অফ আউট অফ লাভ অ্যান্ড আউট অফ ফোর্স। ওকে, আমরা এখন সুদের সাথে যেভাবে জড়িত হয়ে যাচ্ছি, ওকে, এটা কি ভালোবেসে নাকি জোর করে করানো হচ্ছে? ওকে, দ্যাটস এ ডিফারেন্ট ইস্যু। সো আমি যখন প্রথমে ক্লাসে মানে এই রুমে ঢুকলাম, আপনাদের ফেসে দেখে তাকাচ্ছিলাম, তখন কেন যেন মনে হচ্ছিল যে আপনাদেরকে জোর করে এই রুমে নিয়ে আসা হয়েছে। ওকে, কারো মুখে কোনো হাসি ছিল না। ওকে, তো আমি একটু ভয় পেয়ে গেছিলাম। বাট আমি যখন এই যারা সামনে বসে আছে তাদেরকে দেখছিলাম, দেখলাম তাদেরটা আবার ডিফারেন্ট, তাদের ফেস লুকিংটা ডিফারেন্ট। ওকে, বুঝতে পেরেছেন? যিনি কন্টাক্ট করছেন তিনি থেকে শুরু করে একদম প্রেসিডেন্ট পর্যন্ত, এরাও কিন্তু আউট অফ, তারাও একটা ইন্টারেস্টের কারণে এখানে এসেছে। ওকে, বাট টোটালি ডিফারেন্ট। ওকে, তাদের এখান থেকে নেওয়ার ধরনটা একরকম, আর আপনাদের এখান থেকে নেওয়ার, আপনারা ঘুম থেকে উঠে মনে করেছেন যে গেলে কি লাভ হবে। ওকে, চিন্তা করেছেন গেলে এই যে 1 বা 2-3 ঘন্টা আমি টাইম ইনভেস্ট করব, হোয়াট উইল বি মাই বেনিফিট, ইন্টারেস্টটা কি? ওকে, সো আপনারা ইন্টারেস্ট করার চেষ্টা করেছেন। আমি ইন্টারেস্টের 2টো পয়েন্ট বললাম, যে একটা হলো আউট অফ লাভ আর একটা হলো আউট অফ ফোর্স। ওকে, যদি এই আউট অফ ফোর্স থাকে, দেখবেন যে হয়তো প্রতি সপ্তাহে বা প্রতি মাসে 1-2টা করে সেশন হবে। ওকে, আপনি যদি কোনো সময় মনে করেন যে সরি, হ্যালো, ওকে, সো আপনি যদি মনে করেন, থ্যাংক ইউ, ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ। সো ইফ ইউ থিঙ্ক দ্যাট আমাকে এখানে জোর করে আনা হবে, এবং মনে হবে, আমি বলে দিচ্ছি যেটা, তখন থেকে মনে করবেন যে এই ক্লাব আপনার জন্য আর ইফেক্টিভ হচ্ছে না। ওকে, বুঝতে পেরেছেন? So club activities is totally voluntary task. Somehow if you feel that you are forced to come to join to be active in the club, that means you are not getting anything from these activities. Okay, but if you come here out of your personal love, okay, যদি এরকম কোনো ইচ্ছা নিয়ে আসেন, then it will be helpful to you. Okay, so this is the first point to learn these productive skills, that it must be based on this kind of interest, that yes, I want to speak, I want to write, and it should come out of my love. Okay, then it will be very easier. Otherwise প্রত্যেক সেমিস্টারে বা প্রত্যেক কোর্সে আপনাকে ইংলিশে লিখতে হচ্ছে, ইংলিশের উপর দুই একটা কোর্সও থাকবে, আপনি হয়তো কষ্ট করে পাস করে যাবেন বা এ পেয়ে যাবেন, বাট that will not sustain. Okay, so this is the first point that I have to share with you, that it must be out of your self love, self satisfaction. Number two, as you know, if you join, if you come, if you attend the sessions, or if you join this kind of clubs, there are two segments. Number one, you will be the part of the executive members, number one. Number two, or you will only attend the sessions. Okay, so if you want to inculcate, culture your leadership skills, leadership qualities, then this club will help you a lot. And at the end of the graduation, only subject knowledge is not enough. Already you know this thing from your other teachers, and even from your department teachers, that only subject knowledge is not enough now. You must have leadership qualities and other skills. So along with your text knowledge, subject knowledge, department knowledge, this kind of club activities will help you to inculcate those leadership skills. Okay, and you can join even other clubs. Okay, all the clubs will give you this kind of environment. And next point is for the productive skills. Okay, for the productive skills, this club or this type of club will help you a lot. Okay, productive skills mainly focus on communication, communicative skills, and the main purpose is that, okay, you are here to communicate properly, you are using English language to communicate properly. Already our guest has given this idea that now the market is international market. Okay, so if you have knowledge but if you cannot communicate properly with the foreigners, then you are not getting the proper attention from the employers. Okay, so if you take this thing very seriously, okay, that means club activities along with your text knowledge or department knowledge, then it will help you a lot. Okay, so for this I have the last point that I can share: use or take the help of technology. Okay, because sometimes today it might be your first session, from the next sessions you might be busy with something else. Okay, and it is very natural. So use the help or take the help of technology properly. Already one of our guests has told about chat gpt. Okay, I have also come here to share something about chat gpt. Okay, so chat gpt, we use chat gpt for what, for doing our assignment sometimes. Okay, I'm not telling this kind of help. Okay, recently it is changing a lot. ChatGPT has this apps version, mobile apps version. Okay, so even you can speak with this device. Okay, the system that Mithun has told, that is called self monologue system. Okay, that means you are speaking with you are talking to you. That is self monologue system. So it's a very good starting, but after sometimes, after some days, you can think that okay, now it looks like boring. Okay, যে আমি কেন যেন নিজের সাথেই কথা বলছি বারবার. So for the initial, for the beginning, it is fine. So you can also take help of ChatGPT. You can ask questions to ChatGPT in English, and it will also reply in English. Okay. So this is the first thing. You can take help of this kind of apps. Number one, ChatGPT and other things. Number two, you can write every day. You can write something. Okay, and you can take help of ChatGPT or like this, that what kind of mistakes are there. Then you will get some idea that in my writing I make this kind of mistakes, whether it is spelling mistakes or grammatical mistakes. So every mistakes, every kind of mistake will be pointed out by that ChatGPT version, and you can also ask ChatGPT that how I can correct these things. Okay, is it clear now? So your friends can help you. At the same time, technology can help you. Your clubs can help you. At the same time, your technology can help you. Okay, regarding English, these productive skills. Okay, and try to use these things every day. When you come to the sessions, in ELC sessions, then try to share your experience with the instructors or with your senior brothers and sisters, that I'm facing this kind of problem. Then they can motivate, they can guide you very well. Okay, if you do this kind in this way, if you continue in this way, I believe so it will not take maximum 1 semester. Okay, maybe after 2 or 3 days, 3 months, it will be enough for doing this kind of things. Okay, so with this I'd like to conclude this session here. Now, do you have any questions? So far I have discussed.